Hey everybody, it's Old Fart, your old buddy. How you doing? Okay, I guess I have to weigh in on the killing of 2 cops in Las Vegas by a couple of teabag militia types, Jared Miller and his wife Amanda. The Millers shot and killed 2 police officers while they were eating lunch, draped the Gadsden flag, the Don't Tread on Me flag, which is now the Tea Party's logo, and a swastika on their bodies, said something about starting a revolution, killed another innocent person across the street at Walmart, and then killed themselves. The neighbors say the Millers bragged about selling everything they had and even quitting their jobs so they could go to Nevada to be part of the anti-government militia at Cliven Bundy's ranch, and about having an extensive gun collection. Jared Miller was on television at the Bundy Ranch, and he posted a bunch of his own videos on YouTube, so he was definitely there. He told a neighbor that he went to Nevada to help Bundy, but that he and his wife were told to leave because he's a felon. He said the Bundy militia doesn't understand that they're all felons too now for intimidating law enforcement with deadly weapons. How dare Bundy ask for his help and then shun dedicated patriots, he said. Cliven Bundy claims he doesn't even know the Millers, and Bundy's wife says she saw no connection between the standoff and Sunday's shooting. She said, "I have not seen or heard anything from the militia and others who came to our ranch that would in any way make me think they had any intent to kill or harm anyone." Really, Mrs. Bundy, you can't see the connection? You didn't notice your out-of-town guests setting up sniper positions with law enforcement in their crosshairs? Well, I guess when you have hundreds of heavily armed strangers on your property whose trigger fingers are itching to shoot it out with government agents, I guess it is kind of hard to tell the good ones from the bad ones. I hope Fox News and the right-wing politicians and talking heads who feed these kinds of unstable people's fears are all proud of the predictable results of the outrage they have been complicit in inciting. But they won't. Miller was also a fan of Alex Jones, and I was going to predict that the false flag conspiracies would be starting soon, but they already have, so I was right, but just too late to the dance. So here are my observations. First of all, so much for the good guy with the gun stopping a bad guy with the gun myth. Secondly, if Jared Miller is a felon, how did he get an arsenal of guns? Well, maybe his wife bought them. Her Facebook page lists her as a department head at Hobby Lobby. The company that cares about the lives of fetuses so much they took it all the way to the Supreme Court. Apparently, Mrs. Miller doesn't have the same respect for life for a couple of completely disinterested police officers simply grabbing some pizza for lunch in Las Vegas. Thirdly, I agree with the late Mr. Miller. Everyone who pointed a gun at a government agent at Bundy's ranch but didn't shoot is a pussy. But they are all felons, and they should all be rounded up and thrown in jail. And lastly, Fox wants its viewers to worry about some old men who've been locked up in Gitmo for 12 years doing harm to Americans, while they glorify and enable crazy gun-toting anti-American lunatics who actually kill Americans as heroes. Thanks to the likes of Fox News and Alex Jones and the NRA and the Tea Party, for a large number of police officers, the Gadsden flag will now represent the cold-blooded murder of law enforcement officers simply taking a lunch break. Look, it bothers me just as much as the next guy to see the increase in the militarization of the police, but killing cops isn't going to do anything except make them able to justify it even more. These teabag militia types are actually creating the very oppression they say they're so against. Nice job, idiots. Way to think ahead. It looks like Harry Reid was right after all when he called the Bundy militia domestic terrorists, something Fox News beat the hell out of him for. And what is Fox News talking about today? Well, I watched Fox for an hour, and all I saw were stories about California Chrome and the Belmont Stakes, Barbara Bush's birthday, the 5 prisoners released from Guantanamo, Tracy Morgan's accident, illegal immigrants, and of course, Hillary Clinton and Benghazi, Benghazi, Benghazi. Their coverage of the Las Vegas shooting lasted about 15 seconds, and they left out all the details that would make it seem like anything more than just a local, run-of-the-mill story in Las Vegas with no connection to anything of national importance. Big surprise. Peace and love, everybody. That's where it's at.